Main event. What you calling this, Jen?
This is the hardest one for me.
The fuck is Ronda wearing in that picture? Keep going though.
I'd like to hear what you have because I have zero idea.
Is that a Power Ranger? God damn it! Why did they put her in blue like that? Come on, marketing. Again, you can listen to any analyst break down this fight. Mm-hmm. No one knows what kind of frame of mind Ronda's in. That's the biggest X factor of all time in this fight. Where's Ronda mentally? Does she want to do this? Is she training to win this fight? Or is she doing this because she has to, and the conflict of interests are forcing her to take this fight, and she wants to go out a world champion? We don't know. We don't know. We have no idea. We know that the story can't end with Ronda getting kicked in the face and never fighting again. Because then you're the worst. You're simply the worst of all time if you do that. If you lost one fight and never came back, your legacy's finished. You can't. You have to take this fight. There's a big difference between have to and wanting to. A girl like Amanda Nunes, doesn't care about being on Maxim's 100 hottest girls. She's not flying to islands to do Sports Illustrated swimsuit model stuff. She's worried about punching a hole through Ronda's face. So it's almost a waste of time to break down this fight. So let's say it's vintage Ronda. She's ready. She wanted this fight, which is hard to I can't convince you guys of that. I just can't. Yeah. All signs do not point to that. But let's say she is ready to go. I think she submits Amanda in the first round. I think she gets nicked a little bit with those huge bombs, gets her to the cage, tosses her, gets her down, and in transition submits her with an armbar in the first round. That's if Ronda is in the right frame of mind, wants to be there, and doesn't feel the pressure of the world and wants to be in there. That's such an understatement. It's not even funny. I have no idea if that's going to happen. Let's say Ronda's not ready to go, and let's say she feels like everyone's against her. She doesn't want to be in there. All she wants to do is make these movies and ride off to the sunset and be a do-nothing bitch. Let's say that's what she wants to do. Amanda Nunes knocks her out in the first round and early. Because the thing about Amanda Nunes is, there's obviously holes in her game. If you go through, you look at the Kat Zingano fight where she was winning early and then ended up losing to, kind of gassing out, and because she was so excited and she thought she was going to finish Kat and end up gassing out. She has some losses on her record where, Ronda's pretty flawless. It's very, very tough to say Ronda has any holes besides when she fights a world caliber striker in Holly Holm. Mm-hmm. So, and you can say, well, Amanda Nunes beat Miesha Tate. She beat a Miesha Tate who had one foot out the door. Yeah. When Miesha Tate goes out, that last fight, I kind of knew that this wasn't for me. I just want to be in there. That doesn't just spring on you. She had an idea at UFC 200 what was going on, and she just got murked in that fight. So she beat Shayna Baszler, who's, I don't even think she's still in the UFC, so that does nothing. Sarah McMahon, that's a big win. Sarah McMahon's as tough as they get. Submitted her in the first round. And then Shevchenko, who's a fucking world-class striker, she looked great in that fight. That went to decision. Mm-hmm. And then she beat up Miesha Tate with one foot in the door. Yeah, and then she also beat that Jermaine Randomir, or the fuck her name is, by TKO in the first round.
I didn't even know she did it with elbows.
Yes. So, I mean, like anyone, there's holes in her game, but if Ronda doesn't come correct, she's the hardest hitter by far in the division. She's the hardest hitter out of any female fighter not named Cyborg. So, it's a dangerous fight for Ronda. I don't know what to tell you guys. I wish I could guarantee you something, or I wish I had some insight for you. I don't. If it's vintage Ronda, this isn't a competition. She smokes her. If it's Ronda who wants to do movies and not do this, she's gonna get beat up, and it's gonna be sad. Either way, I think this is Ronda's last fight. I'll say that.
And you think for either opponent, it'll happen in the first round? So the first round is the number one.
I do. I think Ronda's had 411 days off. Ring rust is real, especially at that level, especially at that world championship magnitude level of 5 rounds, media, all eyeballs on you. You're carrying the card. We don't know what she's been doing. There's this mystery on it. There's so much pressure. And if you're not used to that pressure, it's the Super Bowl every time. Imagine the Denver Broncos not playing all year and they're just playing the Super Bowl. They're going to be missing passes. There's going to be jitters. There's going to be audibles that they have to figure out. There's going to be shit they didn't even think of. You can't mimic a world championship fight. There's nothing you can do. I don't think she has the camp to make adjustments where she can sit on the outside and pick her spots with a striker like Amanda Nunes. I think she has to do what got her to the dance, which is balls to the wall, pedal to the metal, close the distance, get a clinch, throw her on her head, in transition, submit her. If she goes, I don't like getting knocked out, what I'm going to do is stay on the outside and jab and pick my spot, she's going to get murked. She doesn't have the trainer for that. B, she has been trained long enough to make those adjustments. But it's not in her nature. Can you imagine telling Anthony Rumble Johnson, we need you to be a counter striker now? You know what, Anthony, it's no different. Same shit. Hey, Anthony, we know you're a knockout artist. You have all this power. You've been murking everybody. We need you to just grapple from now on. Can you do Damian Maia? That's like asking Ronda to do Tarek Safadine. And that's what she would need to do in order to win this fight against that level of striker. She'd have to be a Safadine type of striker that takes years and years to learn, and the right staff and the right adjustments, and she doesn't have that. She doesn't have the time. She's been doing movies. She doesn't have the coaching staff or structure to get that done. So you do what got you to dance. Pedal to the metal, close the distance, get an underhook, toss that girl on the floor, look for submission. If that doesn't work, I don't know what to tell you. If that doesn't work, it's probably time to retire.
The Holly Holm thing, though, she kind of tried to go after her too, right? So you have to like find that balance between rushing the person, but not going too crazy on rushing.
No, because there's only Holly Holm. You seen the movie Troy, the Achilles heel. Troy's killing everybody, and the one time he gets struck in the fucking heel, the Achilles heel with the arrow, fucks him up, kills him.
I didn't watch it, but
that's like Ronda. Like she beats everybody not named Holly Holm.
Oh, so
everybody. That's her Achilles heel. She beats everyone in the world not named Holly Holm. Holly could be on a 6-fight losing streak. She fights Ronda loses. It wasn't a fluke. She's just outclassed. Holly Holm was built to beat a girl like Ronda. She was put on this earth. She was born into fighting to beat a girl like Ronda. They fight 10 times. Holly probably wins 8. Just has the style to beat her. Just does. It's just the way it works. So,
another quick question.
Yeah.
Do you think that a Nunes is physically as strong or stronger than Ronda, or even less strong? Because I can't tell who looks like they would be stronger if they did grapple. Although Ronda's obviously way more skilled in that world.
That's a good question. I've never seen Amanda train. I know she trains with a lot of dudes.
She looks mean,
strong. Yeah. And I think, her power comes from her strength too. I'll say this, and you can relate to this. Ronda has Han on her side like a motherfucker. To say she has Han would be an understatement. That'd be an understatement.
Wow.
The darkness in her gets her through a lot of things. And that's where you see this act of me against the world come out. Like there has to be so much hate and anger in her that she unleashes it on her opponents. Mm-hmm. Like remember when she beat Misha Tate, wouldn't shake her hand?
Yeah, that was crazy.
It's that Han, and you guys know her story. I don't want to get into it. I'm not going to say anything personal about her, but you guys know her story, why it's there.
But it helps her in certain situations a lot, right? Having that anger.
In fighting. Mm-hmm. In life, no. It's a detriment. In life, it hurts a lot of people. In fighting, it's what makes her world go around. That Han is fucking powerful for her. Yeah, I wish I could give you guys something, but like I said, this is such an X factor. It's not even funny. So like I said, if it's the Ronda we know and she's game and she wants to be in there, she wins this fight pretty easily. If she's not, and that ring rust is real for her, and she's tentative, and she thinks she can, and someone's in her ear, and these new Hollywood agents that she has who don't know the game, who had her just doing Ellen, if she's surrounded by yes men, like, just keep doing what you're doing. You got this. You can do that movie and still beat this girl. You're in for a rude awakening. Not only for a rude awakening, I'm trying to be careful with my words, man. I'm not trying to make any fucking headlines I don't want to make. Her interview on Ellen when she went, had suicidal thoughts. Yeah. Lose this fight.
Oh man.
But I don't think she will. I think she wins this one and rides off into the sunset.
Judging by her, the things that are happening right now and not doing media and stuff like that. And even with that first time they were on stage, she ran off stage upset.
And they said she had to be consoled in the back.
So does it seem as though mentally she's at that point where she can use that Han in her favor, or is she too kind of just off of those things that you see in the media? Like the way she's handling everything right this minute.
It's scary, man.
So it doesn't seem like it's really a positive thing.
Mm-mm.
Right?
Mm-mm. Yeah. And I think Amanda Nunes came out and was like, she's acting weird, and it's a weird vibe around her. And as a fighter, you can't have Hollywood people around you. The fight game it's a different world. The fight game is a ruthless bitch, man. Yeah. And you got to face the music, and you can't do just Ellen, who doesn't know shit about the sport. You can't, and talk to her about life and stuff like that. Like the reason you're so big are these people, whether you love them or hate them, the MMA fighting and the Luke Thomases and the Brett Amiyak, or whatever the fuck his name, Okamoto, who I love, and the Ariel Hawanis. And these are the guys who gave you all this praise, and the Joe Rogans who said you're the Mike Tyson of the sport. And I don't know where she's at, man, but and maybe she's spinning this web that gets her to that spot where she needs to just wreck house. And I do believe she's going to, if she does end up winning, she's going to get on the mic and just spew some dark shit.
Is that a good thing or a bad thing?
I don't know. Depends what you're into. We'll see. We'll see. You almost want to see her win to see that darkness.
I'm so excited for this fight now, way more than I was before.
Are you?
Yeah.
I won't see it live. I'll be in Napa Valley.
People are
with my
blow
girl.
You up.
Yeah, I'm sure I'll get the results, but I'll watch it on Saturday or Sunday. So it's a fun fight card. I stick to it. I think the ratings are going to hurt on this one, and not hurt like crazy low, like a Demetrius Johnson fight or something like that. It's going to hurt in the grand scheme of things when Dana says she's the biggest star in the world ratings type of thing. It's going to do well, but it's not going to do amazing.
It could have done a lot better.
Could have done great. Could have been one of the big top 5 of all time. It'll be maybe in the top 10, top 12, but won't be in the top 5. Mark my words.
Marked.
I could be way off into number 1 of all time, but
anything's possible. But I mean, judging by the way everything's going, it doesn't seem like it.
We'll see, man.